Hello everyone, myself Jaya Agarwal, Assistant Professor Political Science, SPCGCA Ajmer. Once again, I welcome you all in my chapter that is paper second of BA part first and topic is Shukra. We have been studying about the political views of Shukra and we have discussed earlier about the daily routine of the king, about Yuvraj or crown prince, and about the duties of the king or scope of the state, as well as divine theory of the origin of the king. That's mean it is very clear that the king has property of 8 gods, and he himself is incarnation of God on this earth, and the aim of this divine theory, to support this divine theory, is that the king will do all the works for the welfare of the public. In this topic we will again study about the king, about the remaining features or characteristics about the king, and today's topic is control over king's authority. While talking about control over the king's authority, or we just speak control over the king's authority, we just have mentioned it is one thing is very clear in our mind, that Shukra has not supported any kind of arbitrary system, any kind of dictatorship, or any kind of such system where one ruler or one king or one emperor or one person has all the powers and there is no control over his authority, and he misuses all these powers. While studying about the ancient Indian political thinkers, we can see that none of these in ancient Indian political thinkers have supported a dictatorship. That means there must be some restrictions or control over the king's authority. In this chapter we will see one by one, we will have a look one by one all on these restrictions. First one is control of dharma and morality. While talking about control of dharma and morality, we can say in present scenario or in modern times or in present circumstances, as time has been changed, so today it may be a matter of dispute among the thinkers or scholars that if dharma and morality controls a person or not, or such like a person, that is king. But when we go to ancient Indian political thinkers, as it was a time for dharma and moral life, so they have put such restriction of dharma and morality over the king, and they have expected that it will be the first and foremost and most effective tool to control the king. So therefore the king will do all the work for the welfare of the public through dharma, with the use of dand. With the use of dand, that's mean he will punish the culprits and protect the public. And Shukra has expected from the king that he will respect social values, traditions of the people, or conventional system of the society, and he will never interfere in all these things. Second one is financial control second, and it is also a most effective control or restriction over the king. And according to Shukra, there should be reasonable restrictions over the king. Economic restriction. While talking about economic restriction, according to Shukra, the king will not impose any tax or any duty which is only for the interest of himself. The aim to impose any tax or any duty or any function in the sphere of economic aspect, we can say the aim will be welfare of the public. Third one is consultation with ministers and elders. Elders means while talking about ancient Indian political thinkers or ancient Indian thoughts, elders means there should be some like that Brahmins or Purohits or whoever are elder, in our family, in our society, who are intellectual and who can tender you right advice. Consultation with ministers and elders, there will be honest and fearless advice uh, rendered to the king, and it will be in writing and with signature of all whoever advise the king. And according to Shukra, that the king should also sign the document, so that at last no one can deny the thing whichever is on paper. Control of public opinion and of the subjects. According to Shukra, the king should respect the public opinion, whatever public says, whatever the public wants, and of the subjects means of the public. And Shukra has supported this tool, that he has given the right to remove the bad king to the people. That's mean, if the public feels, or if the according to public opinion, that the king is somewhat like arbitrator or dictator and not doing works in the welfare of the public has the right that he can, it can remove the bad king and crown a king who will work for the welfare of the public thinks that he will work up for their welfare. Requirement of kingly traits and daily routines. Kingly traits means kingly virtues. List of kingly virtues is given by the Shukra, like he should be brave, loyal, or educated, or of high moral values. And daily routine I have discussed earlier in my previous video, and we can see while studying about kingly traits and daily routine that he has left no time for indulgence and bad habits for the king, so that each and every minute of the king should be devoted to the welfare of the public. Consequences here and after. Here means here in this world, and after means in other world. We can say that Shukra has put restrictions over the king, materialistic as well as spiritualistic. Here in this world, people will control them, and in other world, the imagination or the fear of God will control the king from doing wrong works. Thank you very much.